Hello everybody, my name is Dean, and today I'm going to be walking you through the process of submitting your widget to the Sakai OAE Widget Library. So let's say we've created our widget. For our example, I'm going to use the Hello World widget that comes with the OAE. If you take a look inside, you'll see that the directories and the files are the same. And this is the general structure behind just about every widget. So all we do is we take that directory that has our widget's ID, which is Hello World, and we compress it and turn it into a zip file. Once your widget is packaged into a zip file, it's ready to be submitted, it's ready to be deployed. So we go to the Sakai OAE Widget Library. I'm using a local example here on my local machine, and we click the Submit button. So on the Submit widget form, we have some fields that are of interest to us. The first one is the select file. This is going to be the zip file that we just talked about that contains your widget code. So we're going to select hello world.zip, and we'll see that it's displayed there. We can also provide a backend bundle. We can also provide a backend bundle. Now, this is going to be a zip file for any back-end related functionality that you need to provide. So it could be an OSGI bundle, it could be a proxy that retrieves data from another server. So any back-end functionality, you can zip it up and put it here. You can provide a source code repository on GitHub, which we would recommend doing because it makes the review process a lot easier. We can very clearly see what changes you've made between iterations, and it makes reviewing so much faster. We need to provide an icon for our widget, so we're going to go with this nice looking blue circle here. We're going to provide some basic information. I'm going to call this my hello world. We're going to stick with the number provided here, 0.0.1. If we go through the review process and ask you to make any modifications, you'll just increment it 0.0.2 and so forth. The summary is where we just kind of describe why the widget is useful, and just kind of a brief summary. So we might say something like, displays a friendly greeting to a user. And in the functional breakdown, we sort of get into the steps on how to use it, and maybe some configuration steps, maybe something a little more technical as well. So we could say something like, users can change color in the settings panel, and we could also say something like appends user's name to a string. If we had screenshots, we would upload them here, but since it's hello world, there's not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on, so we'll just leave that out. We'll categorize this one as other, and we also want to select which languages our widget is translated in. We'll just go with English US for the purpose of this example. We'll click Save and upload the widget. And we see that our widget submission was a success, and we see a message here that it's been submitted and it's pending review. And so what happens at this time is everyone on the OAE core team receives an email saying that a new widget has been submitted and that it needs to be reviewed. So now we're going to take a look at the flip side of the coin and see what the review process is like. Here I am in the widget library admin area where I have a list of widgets that need to be reviewed. Since this is a local copy, it's populated with a lot of dummy data, but we do see this widget submission here on the top from me, the date that it was submitted and the version. So from here, I simply click on it, and I have the option to approve the widget or reject the widget. In order to make a decision about this, obviously, though, I have to download the widget, functionally test it to make sure that it works, make sure that it integrates well with other widgets, doesn't break any other functionality, doesn't break any layouts. For consistency, cleanliness, and organization, we try to make sure that the widget utilizes libraries and functionality that already exists within the platform, as opposed to them rolling their own solutions. And other than that, we aim to just maximize code quality, high performance, and the best user experience possible. So at this point, we go through the review process and we either approve or initially reject the widget. So let's examine what it's like to reject the widget. We issue some notes about the reasons why it was declined and some steps that can be made to improve the widget. So let's say we already have a Hello World widget, and we'll confirm that. So what happens then is that the individual who submitted the widget will receive an email with this message and the steps that can be taken to make improvements. And this is where GitHub really comes in handy, because if there's any modifications that need to be made, you can just push these to GitHub, and then it's very easy for us as reviewers to see exactly what changes that you made. So let's say you did make changes. You can just click submit a new version when you're ready and you've implemented your changes. You'll choose a new zip file. Make any changes necessary, namely the version number will increment to 0.0.2. It's very unique. And then save and upload the widget. And let's say we've made modifications to make this different from our built-in Hello World. So once the review process and the iterations are complete, the reviewer will click approve the widget, confirm approval. At that point, your widget will be available for everyone to view. So this was under other, and again we have a lot of dummy data here because we're working on a local machine. And we can see our widget here, My Hello World. From here they can check out reviews, screenshots, all the uploaded versions that you've uploaded. They can download it and they'll receive this zip file. And all they have to do is extract the zip file and move it into their 3Akai UX/devwidgets directory. And from there, users from all over the world can enjoy the fruits of your awesome work and incorporate your widget into their instance of Sakai. And that's it. So that's the process of submitting your widget and going through review iterations and making your widget public to the whole world. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope to see some really cool widget submissions from you guys in the widget library. Thanks.